Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. And yes, this little box here got me in some hot water with the wife, so I hope you really enjoy this. So this is the new Insta360 Go2 camera. We're going to unbox it, show you what's inside. And mine's just a little bit different than everybody else's. There's a cool little option that I don't think anybody else has brought to you, and I'm going to share that with you. So let's go ahead and open this thing up. Alright, if you're new here, joining for the very first time, please go ahead and hit that subscribe button. Like, share, comments appreciated. If you want to purchase one of these, I have some links down below to the store. I believe it gives you a discount too. So this is the new Insta360 Go 2 tiny action camera. I have the original Go right here, but I have a custom option for this one. So you ready for this? You can customize your Go2. And I did it with my channel logo. Look at how cool that is. Maybe I'll turn that around so you can... Yeah, these just kind of go over the case. Wow, they use some strong glue on this. Yeah, so you can, when you order the camera through Insta360, it's going to take a little bit longer because it's coming from China, but wow, good grief. You can upload an image and have them printed onto the cover. And then it just kind of snaps on there. Alright, let's dig in this box. There it is. You kind of notice right away, slightly bigger than its sibling here. Slightly larger. It's also a bit thicker too. You guys can see that. So I think this lens here is going to be a bit more noticeable, but it should let in more light. This thing was not very good in any kind of like ambient lighting situation, but we'll get more into the differences here in a little bit. Think big. Oh, seriously? Oh, it was held on magnetically. I don't know what I was thinking. Alright, so here's the pendant. Much the same as the original one. Quick start guide. We have a USB-C, which is a change from before. You got a hat mount. You have a another mount right here that I believe has a sticky background backing on it. Yeah. Okay, so I guess you gotta take that. Yeah, you take that off and that's gonna be sticky. I guess that's just a protector for it. And here's the big change right here is the case. This case only open up like this. This case opens up like this. And now you have remote control and a screen to work with, and probably everybody's seen this one, the built-in tripod. And you also have a mount here on the bottom for a tripod. Like I said, we'll get more into the differences later. I'm going to go ahead and charge this thing up and get it all working, get it figured out, and then we'll come back and do a little talking about the differences of the two cameras. Oh, that's okay. Alright, let me get this charged and we'll be back. So before we get into all the specs and that, I want to install my custom skin and show you how that's done. This is So I tell you, this is cool, man. You can send them any kind of picture just as long as you can size it to the right size. They can put it on here, and it's cool is they give you two in case you mess one up. So it's fairly easy. And that's one nice thing with this camera. It has a lens guard. So if you drop and break it, you can get another lens guard. They also have ND filters for this. So there's a, okay, right there, a little bit of adhesive. So I said be careful to line up the light. So I don't think that would be that hard. Let's turn it on, make sure. Okay, yeah, there we go. See, it's on, it's recording. Some people complain that the light when you're recording is white. To me, it's not really that big of a deal. To me, I think it's a little bit nicer. That way when you're walking around wearing this thing, it doesn't have a flashing red light. Because like people said, you know, people associate red with recording. So I think it makes it a little bit less noticeable. Look at that, the official Vetruski camera. Alright. Okay, so I've had some time to use this camera a little bit, and I gotta say I'm absolutely impressed. I'm amazed with what this thing can do over this one. Gotta be honest, this one here was a little bit gimmicky. When it first came out, it could only record up to 30 seconds, and now it can record up to 60 seconds. I did use this on my trip to California. I mostly used it for hyperlapses through the airport and all that, which I'll show you now. I'll give you a little clip of what this one looked like going through the airport. So you can see it did a pretty good job. I actually wore this camera on my pendant all the way through for like 11 hours. 2 flights, 11 hours. And didn't even notice it was there. So pretty good job, but it was still a little bit gimmicky. It's, you know, for a YouTube creator, we do things we call B-roll, real slow motion, or just real quick clips. So doing 15, 30-second clips for B-roll, you could make that happen with this. For the average person looking to film some family events or activities and that, probably not so much. But let's start with the cases. You know, I know a lot of people complain about the clear case right here. That really didn't bother me so much. And then some people complain that this camera, you could put it in either way. That really didn't bother me too, because especially I found if you leave this connected with the prongs in there, it tend to draw the battery case down. Look at that, I just turned it on. And that brings me to another thing. People complain about the light not being red when you're recording. That really doesn't bother me so much, because when you're walking around with this thing on your chest and you have a blinking red light, it is a beacon to everybody you're recording. And that's what people are saying, that, oh, red means you're recording, I don't know what the white light is. So for me, I don't know, that doesn't really bother me as much, because I don't want everybody looking and seeing that red light knowing it's recording. I didn't like this right here, this appendage, this Apple Lightning thing sticking out of the bottom so you can plug it into your phone. That didn't really work for me, especially I don't have anything Apple, and then you have this rubber cover. Didn't like that. And then also, what I didn't like is your LED to let you know if it's charging or not is here. And your USB, the micro USB is here, which means you had to lay it down on the logo, which is not a big deal, but I like to keep my stuff nice looking. I don't like to beat it up. So another thing with this, in order to get the images off of here, you had to plug in USB directly to the camera or to your phone. There was no way of getting this off wirelessly. That was kind of aggravating. Every time I wanted to get the images off of here, I had to plug it into the phone, put it on the phone. There was also no preview. There was nothing, so all you had was the button touches, which honestly, especially when you were wearing this, weren't the best. It was hard feeling it, so I found that I always had to use the app on my phone a lot to make sure that I was on the right thing, because understand that you'd press this once, it would do one thing, you'd press it twice for another feature, and 3 times, and you could program that in the app what you wanted to do. But like when I was going through the airport, it's one and done. I'm getting on that plane and gone. If I didn't press it 3 times for a hyperlapse and I pressed it twice and now I have slow motion, I'm screwed. So that was kind of a hassle. They totally fixed that with this new camera. Absolutely beautiful. Everything about this design is brilliant. Down from the simple thinking of a tripod here to hold the case. When you open it, when you charge it, your USB-C is there, which is now USB-C. That's another brilliant thing. And your charging light's there, so it makes it really easy. The one thing here, or one of the things here that makes this thing absolutely brilliant is that this is a remote control for the camera now. So now you can scroll through and see every option, and when you get to what you want, you hit record, and that's it. The real genius of this thing too is that it's remote controlled, so you can take the camera out of the case, you can put it somewhere. I'm not sure what the range is on this. I don't imagine you probably want to be too far from your camera anyhow, but you could still go ahead and hit record. You heard it vibrate. Hit record from a distance, and there you have it. That is absolutely brilliant. So now no longer, you don't have to use your phone, you don't have to use the app, you don't have to log in, all this stuff. You can use this remote, and that is absolutely brilliant. I am so glad they did that. This it is wonderful. And then also too, when it's in here, now you're like double or triple your recording time, because now you're using the battery in the case as well as the battery that's in the camera. So absolutely fantastic. Great job, Insta360. This is a game changer. This is beautiful. Another game changer for this is, like I said, this was a little bit gimmicky. You could record 15:30 initially, and then they added 60 seconds, so that's all that you had. This camera now, you can record up to 30 minutes of footage, so that's amazing. Also in the app you have a something called Aquavision, so when you're underwater you're recording, it'll clear up the image. Those of you that have ever done any underwater shots like I use with the GoPro, I have to put a red filter on. This can do it in the app. I haven't tried it, but I can't wait to do that. Also, this one is waterproof to 13 feet, not the case. Now don't get the case wet. The camera can go 13 feet, where this one was only water resistant. So you could take like a light sprinkle, anything like that. So you had to be really careful with this one. This one, 13 feet. It also features the flow state stabilization, which is what Insta360, one of the things they're really famous for, that they're known for. It does a superior job of stabilizing the image. And to show that to you, I'm going to go ahead and take this remote control truck. We're going to use a sticky pad mount. We're going to put it on here. So we're going to show you how good this mount holds up to that. And I'm going to show you how stable the image is on this. I haven't filmed it yet, but I already know for a fact it's going to come out great, because they do a really good job with their stabilization on these little cameras. It's absolutely amazing what they can get out of these little guys right here. So what makes Insta360 so much different than, say, GoPro and that, is their app. Now what I want to show you here is, I made this mistake. They have the Insta360 Go app, and I hope you can see this, and then the Insta360. The Go is for the original camera. The GO2 uses the regular Insta360 app. So you have your little Wi-Fi symbol here that will connect, and then now it says Bluetooth connecting. So one great feature that this camera has that the other one didn't is now you have a live preview. You can actually see what the camera does. You can frame your shot. Now, before, this was just point in the right direction and hope that you get the shot. So we can go here to camera, and there we are. We're actually watching this off the Insta360. So that is freaking pretty cool. This is something that they couldn't do, but this isn't the most amazing thing ever. I want to show you how easy it is to make movies with this thing. Their app is absolutely phenomenal. The AI that Insta360 has is beyond anything you've probably seen if you haven't used this. So right here they have their shot lab, and you can click on different features here. So I've already checked out this one, A Day in My Life. So you click on it and it'll tell you right there 4 clips required. So you can say use this theme. Let me show you how easy this is. I've already filmed 4 clips with this camera. Just something easy. It's not going to be mind-blowing. Just something real quick that I did earlier. So we're going to select our 4 clips. And then we're going to generate a preview. Look at how fast that was. And it already adds music. This was not sped up in any way. Okay, so speed ramp, it's got 5 clips required. We'll use this. We'll go to camera. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Generate preview. While we wait, this takes a little bit longer because it's speed ramping stuff. I will say the only downside, or maybe not the only downside, but one downside to the camera is the memory's built in. There's no SD card you can pop out. All you have is what's built in, but you can record a pretty good amount on there. So it's not terrible, but it would be nice just to pop a memory card out and then you could just load it on your computer and maybe bypass the app a little bit for stuff that, you know, maybe you don't need the app for. But all in all, not bad. I honestly really loving this camera. I can't wait to go on my first trip with this thing. Alright, here it is. It's done. And they give you the music too. That's the nice thing, is that you can use this music and you're not going to get copyright strike if you do Facebook or Instagram or YouTube. I said, I just recorded me cleaning my workbench just to get some shots, so might not be the best video, so just don't judge it for that. Check out my California video and you can see what I did with this camera. Okay, yeah. I'll leave a link down below. Check out my visiting California video. You know, no, because that has the Insta360 One X2, so it's a different camera. I don't want to confuse anybody, but between those two cameras, wow, yeah, do some wonderful stuff with this thing. Okay, let's go outside and check out the stabilization, and then we'll wrap up my review of this. I was working on the edit, and I remembered I forgot one thing about the camera. Small little issue. I did notice, even though it's a little overcast today, the screen on the remote wasn't that easy to see. I would like to see them come up with maybe, hopefully a software update or something that can make that screen be a little bit brighter. Okay, back to the review. So the mount really doesn't take the bouncing that well, so the camera did fall over sideways, but you'll see in the video, I didn't do anything in edit, you'll see that the video will stay stable. But I want to show you that this guy here is not, we're giving this thing an abusive test. So you can see how bad this thing's bouncing around. So yeah, I'm not going easy on this thing. We're giving this thing a true hard test. have it. Alright, so I'm pretty sure you want to know what the image looks like coming out of the camera and what it sounds like. So for the rest of the video, I'll be filming it on this camera so you can see how it looks and sounds. I want to touch on one thing I didn't mention earlier, and that is with the flow state stabilization, you have to be in the Pro Video mode, or I believe even the HDR mode has that. If you're in standard video, it won't have the stabilization. I don't know even though why that's an option. I don't know why you wouldn't want to record with the stabilization, even if you're using the tripod setup like I'm using now. I would still just turn it on to be safe. Always keep it in that setting. Also, like HDR mode, I didn't really go into it because this is more of a not a tutorial, but it's more of a preview. But HDR basically just helps you out in bad lighting situations like this, where I get this light behind me. What it does is it takes multiple images and it meshes them together to create one great image. It's not the best for every situation, but it's good for like this. But in HDR mode, you won't get a preview. But what I was able to do was frame the shot up, so that's really nice. Okay, so what I like to do here on this channel is I like to keep tech simple. So I don't go into all the specifications of the camera, all the frame rates and all that. I like to keep it simple because honestly, most people have cameras. They've bought GoPros, or even like back in the day, I had the Sony Handycam and that, and I videoed vacations and I videoed mountain biking, and I never knew how to edit it. So a lot of people kind of fit in that category. We videotape stuff and then we don't quite know how to edit. So we really want to keep stuff simple and that's one of the nice things with this camera is the AI and the app, the software that goes with this thing can really help you make some nice quality videos. It puts music to it, it cuts it to music, and you still have the freedom to edit. If you want to venture into that, if you don't like the way it pieces it together, you can go into each little section and you could tweak it the way you want to. So the AI, the software is great. It's a fantastic package between the camera and the app. Totally fantastic package. And the changes they made to the GO2, it's no longer a gimmick camera. It's a real camera. It can go out there and compete with the GoPros and stuff like that now. And I say that as like a real big fan of GoPro, but Insta360 has just been blowing my mind with the products. This is my third Insta360 camera. I had the GO2, and the 1X2, and I absolutely love them. And in fact, I hope Insta360 is watching this because they said they're looking for reviewers of their products. So I hope this video blows your way, or it helps, hopefully it impresses you somewhat. I know all about secrecy, not to release images or videos or talk about products ahead of time. I was in the military, I had security clearance, so I know about the secrecy involved in new products. And I would really be honored if you would let me review your products and help you improve if there is any way of improving it. But I will give you an open, honest opinion as a veteran. I put my word, I stake my name on the fact that my opinions are 100% honest. So I hope you will consider me, and hopefully we can work together and I'll get to review some products. That'd be great for you and my channel. I know my viewers would love to see that. You know, tech made easy. Instead of going into real difficult specifics, we'll figure out this camera works for you. So will this camera work for you? Yeah, I think it will. Absolutely. It's a great camera. You can clip it on here. I said you even have a mount if you're wearing like a hat, or if you have any kind of strap or something like that. Maybe you have a purse. You can use any of these mounts here. You know, if you want to stick this to something. I'm not sure if it'll hold up to the side of your car because I've seen in the video it might blow, but it'd be something we have to test in the future, see if it doesn't blow back. But yeah, so you got all kinds of mounts. You can easily take the video that you need. You go into the app, figure out what you want it to look like, and then you figure out how many scenes you need. And I already showed you how easy it is. It just can't get any easier to produce real nice, high quality videos that you can put on Instagram or Facebook or YouTube. You won't get copyright struck with the music that's used on you. You're free to use all that stuff. So it's a complete package. It's really great. You know, I could see this like if you have a kid, a child, you know, and you need two hands, you want to video the interaction of your child, which make sure, you know, the kid doesn't grab the camera because, you know, they like to grab stuff. It's not a candy. But, you know, if you're mountain biking, like I love to cycle, if you're mountain biking, if you're into outdoor activities, maybe you're playing basketball, I think it'd be pretty good. You know, you can wear this thing around. You don't even feel it. It doesn't really move around when it's behind your skin. I don't know what they do here, but
I don't have a problem with it. Moving, it feels pretty good. I wore it for 11 hours going through the airport. Didn't even realize it was on. I kept forgetting about it. Matter of fact, it was almost a bad thing because I forgot to take images when I wanted to. So very, very good package. I highly recommend it. I think you're going to be totally happy with this. Like, it's this complete package between the camera and the software in that. It's a complete package. It's absolutely fantastic. So I do highly recommend that, and hopefully Insta360, I'll be one of your reviewers here in the future. So hopefully you found some value in this review. If you want to know more about it, let me know. We could do some more videos and we can get more into the tech aspects of it, like the things like how to use the camera, how to set up in the app, how to change like the frame rates and stuff like that. I could do another video if you guys are interested in that, so let me know in the comments down below. I also have links down below if you want to purchase this camera right from the Insta360 store. I have some links. You can get your custom cover as well. I mean, I'm loving them. I'm looking right at my Vetruski Travel logo. Love it, man. This is my camera. It's personalized to me, my channel. So, man, it's great. So you can do the same thing as well. So until the next time, everyone stay healthy, stay well. We'll see you on the road somewhere amongst in our travels. And like, shares, comments appreciated. Please subscribe if you haven't, and we'll see you in the next one. Thanks for watching.